Hi everyone, this is Pam with Bug Bites, and here we go again with the Imagine. I always like to go to settings and set my border because I do not want a border, but if you want one you can set it in custom, and I have set mine to 0. You can increase the plus button and the minus button to change it. If you want a border, if it's more than 0, you can also define the color by pressing on that. This will give you the exact hue. You can pick the approximate hue, and this is the grayscale, how dark or white you want the color is. If you know the exact color, code it in here, and you can also choose some basic colors. I do not want any border, so I'll press cancel. And we saw the calibration yesterday, the screen, the print, and the blade. Now this is how the blade printout will look. So it will have 1 to 3 and then A to U and some swirls. What you have to do is check how it cuts and choose the nearest relative cut over there in the settings. Now I have loaded both my Imagine and the Cricut cartridge. It is advised that you do take turns. First load just one. It can be either regular or the Imagine, and once it finishes reading the keypad, and only then connect the next one. So don't overload it, just like the Gypsy. This is an electronic device, so take care to give it time to assimilate. So load one. Once you see the keypad, if it's the regular one, and the screen in the Imagine, then only do the other one. So here you have the 3. You have the Imagine on the right, which is brown because I have highlighted that. If I want to switch to the Gypsy, to the regular Cricut one, see, my mind is always on the Gypsy. Okay, here is a regular one that's brown, so that means that's selected, and you get the old-fashioned keypad overlay. Now I'll switch to Imagine, and in Imagine the keypad is a little bit different because you can always layer this. In the regular Cricut, it is each image is already layered with a creative feature. Here you do have a couple of creative features, but it's not the same. So you have a choice of seeing it in the screen like this, or you can always press the down arrow key, and if it has fonts, it'll bring up fonts. Obviously this cartridge does not. If it has some icons, it will bring up the icons. I think these are images which cannot be layered. Well, let's check. You can always check. So when you press edit, if you press edit, you can see that there is only the girl. This is these two at the top are for layers. If you want, if it's just a single girl, that means it's going to print as it is. If it's just if it has a layers, then it's going to print. So I'll cancel that, so it will go back, and we have the regular images and the bonus that you can select. That is, bonus is, I think, some card. In this cartridge you have some patterns and 4 images, a card, and this beautiful, I think it's a trifold card. So now we can go back to all, which is better for me. I like it because right now I do not think we have a zoom feature. So there might be an option later. I hope, going by Gypsy, that these two are zoom and scroll later, but right now I don't think that works because this is panning, so that doesn't work. I do not know why that's there. So let's select some image which we want to print, and let me use something which I like this. So this I might use. Now one thing is, you can press the edit here, right here, to the pencil like button right here to change the settings, or you can go to the matte. You can just press the plus, add it, and go to the matte. But once you added it to the mat, then if you want to edit it, please edit only there. Don't come back here. If you come back here and click on it, it'll add another image for you. So at first, if you want to add it, edit it from here. We have a clear all. If you want to clear the whole image queue, you can just press clear all. And here you have the backspace. I'm sorry. Something's wrong with me. Okay, this says backspace. You can undo that if you want to. And if I press edit, if I press the edit button, you can see all the layers now. This is going to print it in a single layer. But you can change, all this is for changing the inner layers. Like if I go to this, I can change the color if I don't like the pattern, and then change it to blue. So you can see that it changes to blue. You can change individual thing. It has changed now from the previous one to blue. I'll just press undo because I like it as it is. It's a nice bright color, that orange. If I press undo, hopefully, or if I press reset, I think. So let's press reset. I really need our glasses. Okay, now it goes back to the original. So when I press layers, then it's going to cut each and everything in different. It's going to print everything. So let's first add the same image. I'll press that and I'll say apply. I'll press next to see that in the mat. So this is a project. Then I'll go back and I'll come to the same image and I'll edit. I'll add the layers, and now each one is going to be added in my mat in a different layer. And down here is where you can change your size. Now this is true is, I think, real dial size. Relative is going to be like the layering. So we'll see that too. Now first I'll click apply and view it on my mat. I do not need to go each time to the next, but if I want to, I can do that. So let me edit and add one more, choosing the true size, and let's click apply. Before clicking apply, you can also flip it vertical or flip it horizontal, so you can do that too here. I'll click, I need to change that to layers, and then I'll click apply. So it doesn't stick, the layers doesn't stick, so each time you change you have to check. Like the border, each time you do it, just check if it's brown or not. And now when I go to next, now you can see how this one is the complete image. The second one, you can see the image decreasing. That means it is, I've chosen relative, and here everything is going to be one size. Now if I need to delete, I have to delete it from here. And even if I want to change, I just have to click on that image and press minus, because I do not want an uneven sized image, do I? So let me just click on this and choose minus. Okay, now we have cleared everything up, and here you can play around with your settings.